late. Turn Instagram on. I hope you guys can hear me okay. Let me know if you can. If you can't hear me, let me know. Something doesn't look right, so we'll see. If you guys can hear me, I know I'm late. Sorry. It's reality, Kristen Marie. We're doing 90-Day Fiance today. Happy ever after. If I look, I'm frozen. Am I frozen? No. Okay. Yeah, happily ever after 90-Day Fiance. It's hot as fuck here, so I'm fucking dying right now. So don't mind me, I'm a little miserable because of the heat. Like, I am dying. Like, you can see, like, the sweat on me. Like, it doesn't matter how much my fucking air works. It just is really fucking hot upstairs. And I'm an asshole for fucking even attempting to do this on a fucking 90-day. Great Friday. Hi. So, yeah, you guys can hear me, right? Because something does not fucking look right. I'm cursing already. Something doesn't look right, though. Let me make sure my stuff's working. Can't see that either. You guys can hear me, right? I'm just going to assume that you can. Thank you. I don't feel it, but thank you. So, yeah, 90-Day Fiance, happily ever after. I haven't watched it in a while, like, and I just started watching it again. And I'm like, I can't even believe that Michael is just getting to the United States. Oh yeah, by the way, whoever's not watching me, you can hear me. Thank you. On Twitter, this is the Who Study On, also the Who Study On podcast. So I'm not talking to myself, talking to the live chat. So you can always watch the Crazy Live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12:15. And let me say hi to everybody. Mamir, my mod, the Juice, Regina. Please go subscribe to the Juice Talk Radio. That's where Aaron is, Dustin is. My good friend Regina, she is the host of that show. And they do 90-Day Fiance. They do this show on Monday nights, and I'm always asleep. Then today I forgot that it was Friday, so I had nothing planned. So I woke up. I was like, oh my God, I woke up 3 hours later than usual. So I was like, yeah, we're gonna schedule this for later. But yeah, it's 2:00, and it's freaking hot. Yeah, it's 4th of July. Oh, happy 4th of July, by the way. Well, it's a day after 4th of July if you celebrate it. I will celebrate independence when the Galactic Federation is here. That's all I gotta say. And when we're we're actually free. But okay. Sorry, I was kicking something. But yeah, so let's get started on 90-Day Fiance. Michael, Angela, like first of all, I can't believe that she's still on the show. She showed her boobs to everybody like a couple seasons ago when she first got her surgery. By the way, the people that are commenting and about me playing with my hair all the time, get used to it. It's not going to stop. I'm tired of. Somebody called me weird the other day, which I know I'm weird. I was like, weird how, but they didn't answer me. I'm assuming because I'm just constantly moving and all that crap. But yeah. So Canadian. Do you guys have anything? It's not a holiday today. Yesterday was. Today's Friday, so yeah, it was yesterday. So yeah. So we finally got Michael to the United States, but we now know that he actually has run away. I don't know if he's back yet because like I feel like we're hearing like I don't know. I feel like this show that I'm watching should have been over like a long time ago. Like he should have like because we're hearing all the stuff that happens on social media. I didn't know that Gino and Jasmine were not together. In the show I'm watching, they're still together. Maybe the Juice can help me out. When did they break up and why? When did they break up and why? Sorry. You know what I mean? Because I don't know what I feel about them. I mean, I have a lot of thoughts about all of them, but I don't know what I feel about them breaking up because I kind of like Gino's new girlfriend. Like, I don't mean like, or like I know her, like, but I saw a picture of her and I was like, oh, she's cute. She seems more like Gino's type. I also feel like Jasmine and him were just, Michael and Angela. No, Michael and Angela, I'm shocked. Are they still together? Because I know that he ran away. So the Juice guys, like I said, they do 90-Day Fiance. They're like pros at it. So I'm watching it. I'm hearing like on the streets, like what's happening. And by the way, Rob is still extremely good looking, Regina. I'm still extremely mad about him. This man is almost 40 and he is like a man baby. He's a man baby, a complete fucking man baby. And now we know why, because we met his mother. His mother is like his problem. Oh, I just can't believe you're not being loved the way you're supposed to be being loved. Like, lady, watch the show. Because Sophie loves him more than she should. Do you know that your son did not even give her a bathroom? You know he agreed to marry her before he even knew what ring the finger went on. But we'll start out with Michael and Angela, because I now feel like I might have to drop the link because I might need more stuff on here. He's going to be on the single life. What a loser. I want to know why they were. See, my whole thing with Michael and Angela is, for the longest time, okay, in the very beginning with Michael and Angela, I said, oh, hell yes, he's using her, right? He's using her. But as time went on, his visa wasn't coming along, and we saw how crazy she was getting. And it's like, she's always accusing him of cheating on her, and he's using me. It's now been 7 years. And I was convinced that Michael ended up falling in love with Angela. Now, we've been through surgeries. We've been through going over there and smashing his car to pieces. She shows up and he's not there, but she never told him she was coming because they are married, but he does live, he was still living in Africa or Nigeria. And, but I now think that he was messing his visa up on purpose. And that's why it took him so long, because I don't know why it took him so long to get here. Because we had like another couple that was on with them. They were like together like the next month or something. You know what I mean? So I now think that Michael was using Angela. I don't know, because I don't know what this chat room thing that he was on. So she goes there to like be with him while he takes the visa application thingy again. Like, I guess his final one. Like I said, I believe he was fucking up the whole time now. Because, and then I'm like, maybe he can't stand her. Like, he fell in love with her. Then he's stuck with her because he tries to love her, but like, she just makes it impossible. But maybe she was right. Like, maybe he was using her the whole time. But it's like, how will you take this long to figure that out? But so he goes on these chat room thingies. And I don't know if he's running these groups, but it's to teach Nigerian men how to meet older women, which I didn't think they needed any help. Since when do they need help? I mean, and what is his, and then he says he's on there because it's giving him advice because he was taking him so long to get there. Like, and then he's also constantly apologizing. And I'm like, well, Michael, what did you do wrong? Because there's one thing about Michael. Angela has disrespected this man to no end. Like, she has called him every name in the book. She has beat him up. She has disrespected his family, his culture, his everything. He's never disrespected her on camera. He has never raised his voice. And like, and I'm like, well, you know, maybe he really was using her the whole time. Like, maybe he just didn't care that much. Because like, I don't know what his deal is. Like, now that he's here, I heard he ran. Like, he was at our house in Georgia, and he like legit on foot ran away and just kept on running until he got somewhere. And like, maybe they're back together. I don't know. Maybe she talked him into it. I don't know why he ran away. Did he run away because he realized this bitch is crazy? She is really trying to hurt me. Like, I don't know what he did. Like, what could he have done wrong that he hasn't already done? And now that she has him here, what could she possibly do to him that would make him leave her? And then now she's like responsible for him for 10 years. But this is present day. But like before that, like, he's just walking in the airport, like he's just getting there. And the weirdest thing about this is, before they even started this part, before we even get to this part where he gets there, they have this fight. And I guess it's about the phone. And I'm thinking it's over for good. Like, I mean, there is an all-out fist fight for this phone after she had it for like 27 hours or some shit. And I don't know if she's like, she said she found like her life insurance was in there or like some weird shit. And I'm like, Angela, you're crazy. And I'm like, well, oh my God, he's admitting to it. I'm like, Michael. And he's like, yeah, I lied to her. And I'm like, when, where, what, when did you lie, Michael? Like, when did you lie? You know what I mean? Like, and what, like, is she always, I mean, she's always accused him of using her. And of course we're all like, yeah, he's using her. You know what I mean? But then we're like, no, Michael's in love with her. Like, there's no way he would put up with this for this long. Like, he's got to be in love with her. I mean, like, she showed her boobs to everybody on camera. She's been fired. She's friends with brown stained pants. We'll call them just brown stained pants. Cooter Brown. She's had Cooter Brown at her house. Like, I mean, it doesn't get any more white trash than Angela. No offense. Like, I'm white trash too, but like, it doesn't get any more white trash than Angela Dean. And like her daughter is in prison for like SA. She's got custody of all her grandkids and will always have custody of them. I feel bad for Angela now because I feel like maybe her suspicions are right the whole time. Like, we got to figure out why he left. Why did he run and just kept on running? She reported him missing, kind of like Amber did with Gary number 2. And then we find out that she did tell him to leave, or she didn't tell him to leave, but she was like, you know, crazy Amber. And, you know, we were thinking that Gary number 2 was like gone, dead and buried and gone. But he wasn't. He's alive. He's safe. He just didn't want to be with her anymore. And I don't know, like Angela, like it's 7 years with this man, probably 9 at this point. I'm like, and I don't understand, like Big Ed and the other one. Like, what is her deal? Like, what are you doing? Like, and what are you doing, Big Ed? Like, what do you think you can get any better than the chick you got? Like, and I feel like this chick loved him. Like, all right, so I'm going ahead, but so like we see Michael and her get in this fight about the phone. And then I'm like, there's no way. Like he's cheating. He's using her. Like he's hiding. I don't know. But then I feel you realize that he's like just pissed the fuck off, right? He's just like, I'm so tired of her. But then they get to a point where like he's like, "What? I do this because I miss you, and I'm lonely without you." And it's like you would think this is the first time she was hearing this. It seemed like the first time she's ever heard him say this. And I'm like, well, Michael, how stupid of you! You could be using this line all along. Like that's all you got to do with Angela. Is I think it's really just with her. You just got to tell her you love her and show her affection. And I think Michael doesn't realize that, but now he does. But he could have been doing this the whole time and shutting her up. Because the second he did that, she was like, okay, I won't withdraw it. Come to bed. And I'm like, see, Michael, I'll tell you how to do. And Michael's like, I'm like, I don't know what happens with them. Like, I want to hope that he's in love with her. Because we know that she's in love with him. Like, Michael has been on this journey. We've been on this journey with Michael and Angela. Like, this is how fucked up it is, right? They go on a show last season called 90 Day Fiancé Last Resort. Dude ain't even here yet. Dude is not even here yet. And you're going on Last Resort. And then I laugh because I was like, oh, they'll be on the same island together. They'll be in the same something. Oh no, Michael's on the TV again. So they're at a Last Resort show to work on their marriage because this is their last resort because they might get a divorce, but Michael dude ain't even here yet and he's still on the TV. And I'm like, this is not happening. Like, you're kidding me, 90 Day. Like, TLC, what are you doing with these people? Like, Angela's good TV because guess what? I'm watching it because of her again. I stopped watching it because of her and I'm watching it because of her. Because I was like, oh my God, Michael. Like, Michael actually ran. Like, he actually ran away. Like, and I don't mean ran like got an Uber and went somewhere. Like, ran on foot and said she's trying to kill him. She said he screamed, she is trying to unlife me. And I'm like, but why? How? Like, how do we get here? Like, Michael, did you think that you could still do the same F shit that you were doing in Nigeria when she wasn't there every single freaking day? And like, let me just say, Angela's not a dumb woman. She's a nurse. She's a whole nurse. Listen, nursing school's not easy. You have to be really smart to go to nursing school and pass it. Now, LPN, LRN, whatever. But, I mean, like, I don't know I think she just has the show now. She's had a whole makeover. At least she doesn't look like Darcy, though. Oh, my God. Guys, I know if you've watched Angela and Michael, you know who Darcy is. I, just for shits and giggles, decided to see how she looks these days. I don't know. I don't even know what to say. Because I knew she was getting a bunch of plastic surgery and I thought that they were just filters that she was using to make her look absolutely like a Muppet Barbie, like not like herself. And then I was like, no, oh my God, no, this is what she really looks like. Like she really hatched her face. Well, that's the thing. Angela had the body, she had the weight loss surgery and she looks great, but she didn't do her face. And I'm only saying this because she filters the shit out of her pictures and she doesn't look like the Angela that we see on the show. But it's a shame because like this discussion on Zach Peter yesterday, by the way, if all of you that were on there, please don't ever come to my chat either. Like I don't want him to. I don't want him to do it. Any of you that were in his chat or people that are, I'm just going to say that right now. I just unsubscribed. I'm done with that one. I'm done with that whole thing. Getting to talk about filters though. He was talking about filters, right? And I'm like, oh, like I thought when he meant there was filters on YouTube, like filters like they have on Instagram, like where you can like do them live, like this is no filter, this is me. I mean, there's like a smoothing thing, which now I know that's what he was talking about. But yesterday I made a comment about that, and then all of a sudden a bunch of people in the comments were like, well, yeah, you don't know how to use them, right? That's just a bunch of ignorant shit. And I don't know if any of you are here watching, but there's one certain person I really don't want you back at my thing. I'm just saying. I'm just going to keep it at that. Like, tell me to fuck off without telling me to fuck off, right? You know? Or tell me I'm a loser without telling me I'm a loser. But anyway, so it's Michael and Angela. And it's like, I don't know. I mean, like, I don't know what's happening. Like, is it so now she really has to pay for him for 10 years? So you might as well just have him there. I mean, I don't know. Like, and Michael, like, she's not going to be okay with that. Like, you're not going to just be able to get away from her. Like, you're not going to be able to just leave her. You know, like, Michael and Angela Marcy. I was thinking that, or John, I know. And it's like so crazy, right? But like, I don't think that Alexis and John have that much sex. I don't. And I don't think that Larsa and maybe Larsa and Marcus did. But I mean, I definitely don't think that John and Jesus Jugs are. Which, by the way, by next week, we'll be able to recap OC, right? I think it starts next week. So then Fridays will be definitely OC. Wednesdays will definitely be Jersey. Until it's over. It's almost over. I think there's no Jersey this week, which kind of makes me mad because then, like, not only did you cut the season short, but now you're like taking breaks in between. This probably would have been the episodes that they were on the class trip, you know. So we'll have, I don't know I forget what I don't have been doing Mondays, but if I do Mondays, it'll be like probably Teen Mom or something. Teen Mom took a break, so that's why there's no Teen Mom again. I was going to do Teen Mom. 90 Day Fiance was like a last minute thing. I was like, what can I talk about? But so after Michael and Angela, Patrick and Thais, I love them. I love them. Like, I did not like Thais when it was just them doing the pillow talk because I'm like, she's so rude. Like, she's nowhere to be found. But like, I love her and I love John. And I don't know if John's still with Megan. Now, John is Patrick's brother. I want to know where John gets all his money, or Patrick got all his money. Is he just really successful? Because I know they didn't have a good upbringing. So like, I know they had to do everything on their own. So did he like really become like really smart? Like, did he like get it? Like, I don't know. I feel like he's got a lot of money. Like, he not only has been paying for all, he pays on all these. First of all, she's from she speaks Portuguese, Brazil. So of course it's lavish vacations that he's going on with her, right? And not only does he take not only her family, he takes his family, his brother, his kid, his nanny. They go to these lavish vacations where her family is. Apparently they have apartments and countries, places in different countries and stuff. Like, and they have like this mansion and like, not a mansion, but like a really nice house in Texas. Then they move somewhere else. They have a really nice house. So like his business is able to like move places. But I don't understand what him and John actually do, the brother John. And I love John. Like, John's actually on the show with a girl named Megan, who's from, I think, Texas or something. Wherever it is. Like, wherever it is, she's not on happily ever after with him. But I'm assuming that John and Megan are still together. If anybody watches 90 Day Fiance, let me know. But so they're in Brazil, and they're there so Patrick can have a better relationship with Thais's dad. But then they bring his dad as well, or does his dad already live there? I'm not sure. So they're all hanging out, and what I can see is that like they're fighting about the apartment that they have there and how it's like more trouble than it's worth. And then Patrick is like, but that's my only connection to my dad. Or maybe they had like, it was like a project of theirs or something. I guess maybe they help manage it together because I think his dad does live in Brazil. Maybe that's how they met. Yeah, I think that's why he was originally there to begin with. Connect with his dad, and he met Thais. And like they dated instantly, and like we met her on the show. They had a baby. They have a great life. Like they've never had really drama. John's the only drama they ever have. But he's cool. He's like typical Boston. That's where they're from, Boston. Typical Boston. Like, he just sounds like he's from Boston. He's just like Mark Wahlberg-ish type. And he's just I like him. I like John a lot. And I like Patrick. But I want to know what Patrick does for a living. I asked this before, and I saw what it was, but it like. He does something with tech, I think. I don't know, but then I thought John worked for him and like runs his offices. I don't know, but I know that he's extremely successful. She's so freaking cute. This is the first time we've seen her since she was on the show before. So they were doing like pillow talk for a long time, and I was like, "You never seen her," but she's so like she's just nice. And in the show, he started crying about his dad, and then she starts crying. So I was like, "Yeah, she does love him." And then I don't know. I guess they agreed to work on things if they were even fighting about stuff. But they have a daughter. She's young, like still a baby. But they seem like they have a good life. Like, kind of proud of them, happy about that. Because like sometimes they make them seem like really like they'll try to make up stuff like just for the show. You know, because I never thought that like Andre and Lindsay, or what's her name? Andre and what the hell's her name? Lauren. Lindsay. I never thought they would last. And then now they're like cool as hell with his dad. Because they just made it seem so like bad in the beginning. And it kind of was. We got to get that. We need to see them back. Like, where are they? I'm glad. So Lauren and Lexi, they're on the show too. So Patrick Knight, there's not really much. I don't really remember too much happening with them at this point. Let me think. Well, Michael made it to the U.S. We know that. He does so she does have all her grandkids, Angela. It is nice to see him be with the kids, but I don't know if he used her. I think he was using her. Now I think he was. I went back. At first it's like, yeah, he was. And then he fell in love with her and I felt bad for him. And now it's like, oh my God, I think he was using her. He was probably using her all the time. Or she just really tried to kill him. I don't know. But, all right. Well, let's go to, I don't want to talk about Ashley and Manuel yet. Those are boring. What is up? All right. Then we'll talk about Ashley and Manuel. What is up with her? Why does she act like he's not allowed to talk to his baby mom? If you know he's spending money, or he sent you were both sending money back for his kids, his 2 grown adult kids that he has not introduced her to yet, by the way, Manuel and Ashley. She gets on my nerves. She swears she's a witch. She's just spiritual, and she just does a little bit of like pendulums and stuff like that. She doesn't actually practice witchcraft. You know what I mean? Like, there's a white witch, dark witch. She's just put so much emphasis on it. And she just talks about it all the time. It's like such a big thing of hers. And it's like, stop. Like, you're doing too much. Like, you're making it too much. Like, you're just ruining it for people. Like, okay, but you're not making money doing it. Like, you got a whole room dedicated to it. That's cool. But like, he laughs at her and it's kind of funny. And then he laughs. Okay, so they get in a fight about like, they call his friend, or like, I don't know if it's her friend, and it's her and her friend. And they're like, has he been sending money to other places? Because he asked me for more money. And his friend's like, yeah, to his baby mom. And she acts like she's mad at him about it. And he like laughs at her because I'm like, if he's laughing, then it's a joke, because it's like, then she already knows and he knows she knows. And she's just playing it up for her friend or the camera. I think it was. I think that she was trying to act cool in front of her friend, because he was like laughing at her. And then he actually made a point. He was like, don't act stupid. Like, I can't do things here. Like, I didn't have access to my card. Like, I needed to borrow more money. Like, I talked to my daughter's mother, my kid's mother. Of course, they're not speaking English, but that's what the gist of the conversation was. And then you see her sitting there. She looks really pretty, by the way, Ashley. But she's sitting there with a miserable face. Her friend's like, do you regret bringing him here? Too late now. You're married. All this, like, another thing with Kobe and Emily. You married now. You're done married with 3 kids, right? Or 2 kids now. It's too late to go to Cameron. It's too late to say, I'm not going to marry him in Cameron. Like, you're already married. Stop. Or we might not have the wedding. Who cares? You're already married. So, but that stuff gets on my nerves. Like, I know they're doing it for the families, but like, don't act like you're going to divorce him. Like, you're married to him already. But all right. Well, you know what? We'll talk about Jasmine and Gino real quick. So, Ashley and Manuel, whatever. They're a little bit boring. I can't even forget they're there. There's really no drama with them except like, oh, he sends money home, which we know he sends money home. So, Gino and Jasmine. So in the very beginning, I'm like, she reminded me of Larissa. Remember Larissa and John is my favorite. I remember John and Lacey. I wonder if John and Lacey are still, no, because Lacey was with the other guy. But anyway, so in the very beginning, Gino was like a real pervert. He was taking pictures of Jasmine's boobs and sending them to his ex-girlfriend. And I thought that was the end. I thought they were on this island together. They met on this island, hanging out. And I was like, no way. Like, I thought she was done with them. But they weren't. They weren't done with each other. That just started on a toxic train of just like fights, breakups. I'm leaving you. I'm not leaving you. I'm leaving you. I'm not leaving you. I'm leaving. I'm not leaving. I'm not leaving. She's got like issues. She's got emotional issues like me. She can't express herself the right way without yelling and screaming. And he's all quiet. But then he quits his job and she comes over here. And she was enter a beauty contest. After she has like $30,000 of his money in plastic surgery. She looks gorgeous. But the fact that they go to this beauty pageant in Florida and he still puts her down when all he had to do was tell her how pretty she was and how great she was. And you don't have to tell her to go practice or take videos of other women. They go to this beauty pageant, which, by the way, her outfits are ridiculous. And she does smile fake. And she's a little like cheesy about it, but like she's trying. But he could have been nicer about it. But he's a dick. So like I want to kind of figure out why they broke up, because if anything, like she should have left him and went back to Brazil or Dominican, wherever she's from, because he fucked up the shit with her kids. Her kids aren't going to be here for a while. She spent all this money, time invested. She cannot live without it. Like at this point, she's so used to this lifestyle. She cannot live without Gino. So this whole breakup thing that they have going on, like how is that even working? because he is going to be like, financially dependent. Like, she's a dependent of his, but she's not going to be able to spend the kind of money she had when he was here or when they were together. Like, this girl does nothing. You don't say no to her. Like, she got a new butt, she got new boobs, she got a new face, she got a new hair, she got new everything. She looks like a completely different person than the Jasmine we met. And Gino does too. Gino's got new hats and socks and sandals, and he's a good looking dude. And his new girlfriend's pretty cute. But like, I don't know, like, how does she was like, she thought nothing of taking $10,000 of his money instead of buying a dress, which I would never spend $10,000 on a dress, and spend it on a butt. So it's like, you cannot live without this man's money. Like, you are so used to just spending whatever you want, whenever you want. $300 on hair. Like, there's no way you're living without this man's money. And even if him not working, he still had the money to support it. And he like could take a year off. He worked at, I guess, this place for a long time. But that's where they're at. I know, but apparently in present day, they're not together. But if he's going to be on the single life, then I guess they're really like divorced. But I wonder, is she going to be on it then? She must be on it too then. I don't know. I know there's other people watching right now. It seems very quiet right now. I don't know why. But everybody also, my show, I noticed that my my videos are getting shared again. Thank God. I guess because I'm stopping at an hour, leaving under an hour. Oh God, sorry, Instagram. If you guys are over there watching, I love you. Thanks for. I never even turned you on. I knew something wasn't right over here. Now you're on Instagram. God damn it. I knew something wasn't right. But yeah, that was them. And yeah. So Ashley and Manuel, we talked about them. We talked about what's it called? Talk about Emily and Kobe. So I love her family. I love his family. I love that the whole family went over to Cameron. Cameron is beautiful. There's a lot of times where I wonder why these people even want to come here. Not that I don't love where we live, but it's just not. It seems to be better off not to be here anymore. Like, it just seems like it's nicer somewhere else. And I'm just talking about the political climate. Like, I just feel like, man, these places are so gorgeous. Who would ever want to leave these places? And I feel like just watching Real Housewives of Dubai and all, like, maybe this isn't the place to be. I don't know. By the way, yes, I did watch Dubai. I watched 3 episodes so far. Hey, Q and DJ, please go subscribe to Q and DJ's channel and Regina's channel. And I don't see Aaron here, but if Aaron does come in, smiling with Aaron's channel, everybody's channels. Yeah. I still don't have my wound back. Like, I still don't feel like myself. So I'm not like, this is hot today. And the fucking fireworks they were literally, it was midnight. They were still, this is how close the fireworks are to my house. The smoke was in my backyard and it was freaking the cats out. And it was waking George up. And finally the cops came around 12 o'clock. And then that was the whole thing. Because then all the neighbors were fighting because they're all drunk and they've been hanging out all day drinking for like 27 hours. And by midnight, they're fighting about the fireworks. The cops are coming and then that's a fight. Not that I usually stay up that late, but like that's the last 2 nights I have not been able to sleep. So now my sleep's off again. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. It's really hot. Yeah, we got our electric fixed, but we don't have all the air fixed. But I feel like in limbo too. Like, I need OC to start. Because like even these shows, I'm like, not that I'm not into them, but so Emily and Kobe, we've known them for a long time. They're also on Pillow Talk. Love that they all went over to Cameron. Cameron is so beautiful. They embrace the culture and they embrace the American culture and his culture. The dads are really cool. Like, the dads, like, so her white parents dressed up in like the Cameroonian clothes that his parents were dressed in, and then they did the opposite as well. And they just like really embrace each other. They had a really cool Cameroonian wedding, but then the whole time they're like, oh, his friends are fighting. His friends don't think I'm good enough. And it's like, well, it's too fucking late. You are married, so stop. Stop acting like this wedding is going to stop. Like, you guys, they never need to go in there to have the wedding. The parents spring that on them. But it ended up being like really beautiful, really expensive. And it's like, well, these people got money. It's like, I wonder, I don't think he even really wanted to come here. I really just think he met her and he came over here with no family, and then her family embraced him. And I really like the fact that like they all just seem like it's just very streamlined, like very cohesive. Like, they have 3 kids, 2 or 3 kids, which brings me to Lauren and Lexi. I did not know Lauren and Lexi had 3 kids. I thought they only had 1. I can't believe they still look the same, but So I'm really like this happily ever after. Like, so all these couples to me started at the same time, except for Robin, Sophie, and Jasmine and Gino. But before I go on, they have the wedding, Kobe's family there. That was good. No drama, except for the best friend. His name's like Valentine or something. Good looking guy. He doesn't ruin the wedding. They thought he was going to drama that was unnecessary for TLC to even try to show, but no drama there. So Sophie and Rob, oh my God, Rob, you are such a good looking man, but it is such a shame. You are old and you don't get it. Like, Sophie is not the problem. You are. They're married. I don't know why, but they are. She's like 23. He's like 34. And they just moved from LA back to Kansas City or somewhere. And I'm really confused about it because I can't figure out where these people live. She's from Australia. I don't know. Somewhere. And her mom has a boyfriend in Texas. So they were there. But like her and Rob were in LA, but then they moved to Texas, but now they're in Kansas City. We don't know. I don't know what's happening. But we finally get to meet Rob's mom. And I don't know what kind of life they had growing up, but she obviously babied him. And this is the problem because he really does think that Sophie's the problem. Rob's the problem. Rob didn't even have a bathroom for them. Like she moved him into LA, like LA as in California. And like she had to walk across the courtyard to the bathroom. And it was on like a main road in LA. And it was like a hostel. Looked like a hostel, like a place that you stay like one night, you know? So thank God they moved wherever they moved to. This girl came with her money, but like she was like, I'm not spending my money. Like she shouldn't have to go get a place. Like you asked me to marry you, dude. But his whole thing is, I really don't know what his problem is. Like he just picks on her. He doesn't like her mom. First of all, he's talking shit on her mom to his mom when he should not even be fighting with her mom. Like all her mom is saying is what we're saying. And her mom is like our age. So I'm just like, dude, grow the fuck up. Like that's all her mom says. Like her mom is like, I'm like letting my daughter live her life. But at one point she's like, can you please just come home? Like this dude is a fucking tool. Rob the knob. He is just an idiot. Like he doesn't think he does anything wrong. He's selfish. He thinks that like my wife doesn't love me. My wife just leaves. My wife just abandons me. Well, why, Rob? Why does she abandon you, Rob? Because you're an asshole. Because like you literally think that you own her. And like you also got caught cheating emotionally, like or like with like naked pictures like a million times. You're also now in a strip club on your birthday. And you're just like, oh, I could be doing some things now. You guys should not be married. Like that's the thing. You guys should not be married. Like you guys treat this marriage like it's it's not a relationship. It's a marriage. Like you're an actual husband. Oh. Oh, that John. Oh, I was thinking of John. Oh, John's the first John that she was with. I was thinking of the last guy. The one that the one, yeah. The guy she left John for. I don't know, because John had a new girlfriend at one point, but never mind. So Rob and Sophie. I don't know what's gonna happen. I think she's probably gonna get back with him. I think but he's not changing. He's not going to change. And the mom's like, I hate that you give all this love and you don't get it back. The mom admits he's a player. I know she's like, once you give it all, you give it your all and you don't give up. And it's like, but your fucking son's a cheater. That's not true. And he's not, why should he doesn't give up? Because he does shit wrong. Of course he don't give up. He keeps doing fucked up shit. He ain't going to give up. Like he wants her to he's like, oh, she just leaves me because you fuck up. Just because you don't walk away, like you don't get the fuck up and then not walk away and then make her have to walk. It's like, well, and then blame her for it. Like you don't do fucked up shit, like the shit out of her, and then make her look like the bad guy when you're the one that's fucking up and making her leave. Like, oh, she's not a loyal wife. She's gonna leave me. Well, she fucking should leave your ass. She leaves you every other day because you just don't change. Like I really don't know why she thinks he's going to. It's just a shame because he's such a good looking guy. Like he's like a beautiful guy. He's not just hot. He's beautiful. Like he's got the hair and the body, and then you like listen to him and you're like, oh, he sounds like he's 10 years old. He's like, yeah, my wife leaves. Oh, don't leave, Soph. It's like, yeah, Soph, leave. Just leave. Because go be with his friend. Because even his friends look at him like he's like hella nuts. Like what, dude? Like you think that she shouldn't be talking about the fact that you don't have a bathroom? You couldn't even provide a bathroom for this chick? And she doesn't complain about it. We do. I'm the one that's stuck on it. It's like a joke. But I don't know. I guess I don't know where they live. I don't know. Missy's visiting Kansas City, but maybe they live in Texas now. Sorry, I'm talking my shoes on. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know where they live. I don't know what's happening. All right. So Ed and I forget her name, but Ed and this chick. Now Ed originally lived with Rose. Now Big Ed reminds me of a combination of Randall Emmett and that lawyer guy that fights with Erica Jane all the time. That guy. And that's what they look like. They all look like they could be triplets. So he ends up meeting this really cute chick who falls in love with him. And fast forward all this time, he like treats her like shit, breaks up with her all the time. I don't understand it. I don't know why he thinks he can get better. He looks like Humpty Dumpty. He treats her like shit. She was gorgeous. She is gorgeous, but like she seems to have like put on weight because of him. And all he does is call her fat. And I'm like, have you seen yourself? Have you seen yourself? You have no glow up, Ed. You just put mayonnaise in your hair and drive around with your. When I feel bad, he did lose his little puppy dog, but like it would be like the equivalent to me losing like Sterling and Ray's. So it's like, but then they get two dogs together, and then they move to this gorgeous house in like Missouri or something. I don't know. And I'm like, they're starting to sleep together. Her daughter's moving out there with her. Like her daughter was originally going to move to like England with the dad. Like they're like, we'll get married and have a stable life, and she's about to have this good life. And then I watch it this time, and I'm like, now they're broken up again. And I'm like, what the hell's happening? And now they're broken up again. Okay, well, all right. And it's like, oh, Ed broke up with her, and Ed broke up with her. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with him? He's got another one with the mom. The mom thinks he does nothing wrong. And his daughter thinks he does nothing wrong. And it's like, but he does. He breaks up with her for no reason. You don't know how to be a woman. You don't cook right. You don't clean right. And shut the fuck up. You're lucky some bitch even wants to sleep with you. And you're talking about how she don't cook and clean right. Just be lucky she likes you and kisses you. Because apparently you didn't know how to kiss either. She said, I had to teach you everything. I would hate myself. If I were her, I would hate myself. They were doing it all night long here too. It was so ridiculous. Oh, even after the cops left at 12 o'clock, they even did it again. Yeah. So Rob and Sophie. I think that's it. Rob, Sophie. The season's probably not ending soon. Rob teases a complicated relationship. No, they're married. So I don't know. I mean, I'm excited. I got to figure out what happened. Yeah, I loved Pillow Talk. I would rather just watch Pillow Talk than the show because I like to see the other couples, the ones that we used to, we get to see in between. And I think it's cute that they do that because they get paid for that. So I'm obsessed with what's his name, the one that had the hair transplant, and he's with his Asian girlfriend or wife. Oh my God, what's her name? I love them. Remember they lived on top of the firehouse, or they lived on top of the storage unit place, and now they're on Pillow Talk and they have their own house. And they were going to adopt her little brother, her niece or something. But I love them. I would hang out with them any day. I can't remember their names. Annie. I love them. They were on that last resort, which is such a joke. Like these people aren't breaking up anytime soon. They're not breaking up. But I don't know if her kids ever came over here. Like it's not her kids, but it's like her brother. And I don't think the brother wanted to because they were about that age, like where they're like 12, 13, where you don't really want to leave your friends, but then like you don't really have your friends yet. Because we all know that like we don't have the same. I mean, maybe one or two friends since I was like young, but so I don't know what else. Is that it? I mean, Teen Mom. By the way, with Teen Mom, Amber and Gary, they have not gotten back together. So apparently, from what I understand, her parents looked her up online and called him and was like, "Whoa, like this is the girl you're with? Like she tried to murder and alive her ex-wife." And I think that caused like a fight between them. And then like I think he really kind of did pick his parents over her, which probably broke her heart. But it's like this Gary number 2 knew that he was going into this thing with Amber. Like he knew everything about Amber. So at your age, why do you care what your parents think? Unless the relationship did start to show like her toxic signs where he was like, look, I'm not going to be the next one that has a baby with you or married with you. And then I have full custody of this child because you can't be a good mom. And by the way, like Amber is a mess. Like she still hasn't like taken her meds or anything, which again, I don't take mine either, but maybe I should, I don't know. But she's just not self-aware, fighting with her 16-year-old daughter. That the whole reason she's on the show, that daughter who she's never had custody of since she was like less than a year old. But she went to prison for beating up the other Gary, who Christina, her stepmom would like to adopt her. I don't really think that's a good idea for Amber's mental health. But then again, it's really kind of, her daughter's going to be 18 in 2 years. So does it really matter? But yeah, so we're waiting for Teen Mom to start back up. It's another one, a new one this weekend. But I'm dying to see what happens with Brianna and her mom, with her mom being on methadone. I was shocked. Apparently, she's been on it for years. They never told them. I was thinking this is something new. I mean, I don't know how they didn't know, but and the reason I know this is she was getting take-homes, which means they trust her enough that she was, showing clean urines every day and taking her meds every day. And I'm still sweating. That's what my hair is all over the place. You see it's sticking to me, and I got the air blowing right on me. I wanted to talk about Kiki Jabbar, but I don't really want to speculate anything yet, so I won't say anything else. But I was so shocked to hear that. I'm so heartbroken for her. I do feel like, all right, I will say a little bit. I do feel like it was an accident. I don't think that meant to happen. I just know methadone is such a dangerous drug. It's not a drug that you choose to be on. It's like it's not Suboxone. It's a little bit stronger, but you do have to like Brianna's mom. Like you do have to be accountable every single day, and it does make you fall asleep. And hey, Kat, I was wondering where you were. I instantly forgot to turn on, and then I turned it on, and hey, Real Housewives Daily, everybody that's over here on Instagram. I was talking 90 Day Fiance, and then it kind of slowed down, and now I'm just talking about Brianna's mom being on methadone, and then I think Kiki Jabbar was on methadone. I remember a little bit of that part of the show because I watched it when somebody was trying to drug test me. Anyway, and I know they said that she was still on it, and she used to fall asleep. Now I know falling asleep is something that I watch a lot of people I know on methadone. Definitely don't think you should be driving on it. I don't think it was, she did it I don't think it was purposely, obviously. I think maybe that she fell asleep and the car was running and maybe ran out of gas. And that's why the car wasn't on when they found it. I don't know. I've been reading a lot of stuff and I'm like, and I know we're all just like the little details, but like, it's just so sad and so shocking. And it's like, and I do feel like it was such an accident and they're probably just trying to protect her. And I get it, but it's just sad. I don't know, mental health and addiction and all that. Like addiction doesn't discriminate, but sobriety is also free, Like it doesn't matter. Like, you see people like that have everything. Like with Carl, like on Summer House, like getting sober because they want to. Not because they have to, because they want to. Like I said, I got sober because I had to so many times in my life. And then when I did it because I wanted to, that's when it happened. Like that's when I stayed sober. And it's still not easy. Like I'm not gonna lie, I'm struggling horribly right now. Not with it, like I'm just mentally it's been months since I felt right, and like I don't have anything specific to complain about except just I don't feel right. So I get like self-medication because I've been doing it my whole life. It sucks to see people my age that lose their life to it. Like she was my age and she was trying to do something to not be on that drug, to be on something else, like the lesser of all evils, and it still ends up taking your life. Which I'm assuming that's, if that didn't do it, then it was something really, like she fell asleep and it just sucks. Sorry. Because I feel guilty sometimes too. Like I shouldn't be here. Like there's so many times that then I feel lucky that I am. And and then why would I even fuck around? Like methadone's even scary. Suboxone still, we don't know like the long-term side effects of it. Like Carl lost his brother. Like I've lost so many people. And then like you see somebody that's so like living such a good life, like has kids and something just so random and accidental but related to that just ends up taking your life and you're like, fuck man, like like she wasn't even doing anything actively, like you know what I mean? Like she wasn't out fucking around, like doing dangerous shit, just coming home from somewhere, you know what I mean? Like it just sucks. Sorry, I got all emotional, but all right. Well, I guess I'm gonna let this one go because I try to keep it under an hour, and yeah, I don't know. I'm gonna go get my life together. If anyone was wondering what I was wearing the other day, my ex-best friend decided to come back around a little bit, so I had some digression on my stories on Instagram, but then took it down. But that's it. I'm all right, but I'll talk to you guys in the DMs. Thanks for everybody. I'm getting a lot of new like comments and stuff. I appreciate it. I love it. So if you guys are watching and you're new, please hit the notification bell so you know when I'm live. And then you show up to the lives. And you guys know who you are. I love you and appreciate you. And it's Friday, so I guess we'll see you back on Monday. Even though I keep saying I was only doing same Fridays, I think that's not a lot. That's not enough. But I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.